Yes, hello. I believe we are live. I'm just waiting to see to make sure. uh, but yeah, now it says we're live. So welcome to the stream. We are a little bit few people in the panel tonight. Hopefully, some more people will join in, but we'll have to see. But for tonight, we are going to talk about prints in regard of cosplay and movie props and game props. And as you can see here in front of me, I have a few items that I've been doing and want to show you guys. But first, before we start, I want to do introductions. So we start with Kat.
Hello, everybody. My name is Katja, aka Kat3D. I have a small YouTube channel, and I love to talk about practical printing. I have assembled some printers by myself. The newest project is that I'm printing jewelry, and I'm also going to cast it in the future. So I'm testing two machines that I have here. One is my own, and one is a printer that I borrowed from Stefan Hammond from CNC Kitchen, and I will talk about materials there. Yeah, but I also love to print fun stuff like like a handbag that I printed some times ago, where I combined knitting and crocheting. Yeah, and I made this handbag here, and so I want to encourage women to start with this hobby, because it's so much fun, and the possibilities are really endless. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. And Mia, you're up.
Hi, I'm Mia. Most of you know me as DasMia3 from Twitter. I started to get my YouTube channel a little bit better up. So I usually print small things, colorful things, like the rose I posted recently, and those little things here. I just have it here, where you can put in your business cards or a picture or something. Yeah, that's what I usually do.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. And I'm Marteinn, and I have a channel called 3DP Iceland. I do all sorts of things on my channel, printing test prints with testing filaments, makeup boxes, painting and printing out landscapes like this one, where I print out on my CR10 and then paint with acrylics. That's one of the things I do. I do makeup box reviews, where I go through each filament in the makeup box samples and print out things. And currently I'm printing some atomic filament samples on my Prusa MK2.5. Then I've recently done this X-Wing and this TIE Fighter model and this Star Destroyer by Wellbot. Currently doing RT-80ST models, and I'm working on that. So that's me. So that was a quick intro, and I want to ask you guys, what projects have you been doing? Have you done anything in relation to like cosplay or movie props or game props, like what I've been doing here?
Yeah, so I haven't done anything yet, but recently, the ship that you have on the desk, Marteinn, I think this is the one that I also want to print. Wellbot, he's on Twitter, Wellbot, and one day he sent me the file, and it was not printable at that point because it had too many
polygons.
Yeah, polygons, and it wasn't watertight, or what do you call it? And I have a program where we can make it watertight and reduce the polygons and make it printable. And so I sent it back the file, and then he was able to print it and to share it. Yeah, and of course I also want to print it. And recently I found someone he's called Zanix. Yeah, the website is manix3ddesign.com, And I am such a big fan of his models. He makes incredible detailed models, and I still have the DAS 3D, the loaner I got from Stefan Hermann from CNC Kitchen, and I can still keep it for a while. And I just bought some resin from Sohn, a great resin, but I haven't received it yet. And then I'm going to print all that kind of stuff, you know. I'm looking forward really to doing so.
Yeah, a lot of the small details on those models when they are so scaled down. You really have to have a resin printer to do some of the details.
Yeah.
And Mia, you printed out the Star Destroyer?
Yes, I printed the Star Destroyer from Velvet as well, and you can see it. I printed it in 110% scale. And I'm very pleased how it turned out. It's pretty hard to print in a smaller scale because this part here is almost not printable. When you print it in 100% scale, it will break apart. It will not be connected to the surface. And so I saw it on Twitter so often that this part is missing because of that. And it's pretty tricky.
I have the same issue here. The middle part is missing.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was quite a lot of supports needed, and also what I had a problem with switching to the close-up, the engines didn't render, so they didn't show up. So that was also a problem because of the resolution on the file, or the model was so thin.
Extremely thin, yeah.
Yeah, so the edges didn't turn up, and I have the missing part here.
So which orientation did you print it, Marteinn? On the bed?
Yeah, like so.
Yes, me too.
And this is the 4-part piece. The second time he uploaded the file, it was like a 4-piece part. So it's hollow inside. So this one, but otherwise it came out pretty nice, and I did some weathering on it.
Yeah, I can see it looks really nice.
It looks like it's been through some space dust or something.
Yeah. So which filament did the two of you use?
This one was mostly Colorfab. I've been using Colorfab for those models I have on for most cases, and also IC3D patchy filament.
Wow, okay.
I just finished this one a few days ago. This one was
nice.
Coming out excellent. This was printed in IC3D patchy, and this was Colorfab. No, this was Filament Friday PLA.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I was using up some PLA I had. So this one was coming out excellent, and you can see the guy inside. The model I had was not having him sitting down, so I just used the heat gun to melt him a little bit and pushed him in. I put super glue on his butt and fastened him down.
So would you be so kind and put the links under the video later, that you know the files where you got them, the source?
Yeah, that's a website called Gambody. I'll put it in the.
Okay.
Those are purchased models.
Okay. Cool. That would be nice.
So, and also the X-Wing models. That one is a purchased model. This one actually is a model on Thingiverse.
Okay.
I'll find it and put the link in.
Yeah, that would be nice. Gambody. Okay, I will check it out. Isn't it game? Is it really Gam?
Yeah, Gambody. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. You know, the cosplay thing. this is what I wanted to ask you, because we don't have something like that where I live here, and I wanted to ask you what is like are in the chat. I know that the cosplay, I think the source of it, where it started, I think it was Japan. Am I right? There, it's very famous to dress up like a comic figure, and use all these printed things on you to disguise.
Yeah, I'm not sure where it all started. I'm trying to find the thing for the.
Yeah. But I think in Germany we only have Carnival, but there we normally dress up like with clothes or stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's there is a cosplay scene coming up, but it's not quite as in this quality. We have in Oldenburg, I think, is quite a big scene of cosplay.
Okay.
Usually more kids and stuff, and pretty bad costumes. But there are some which are really talented, and you think this is really something good here, but it's not this big as it is in Japan, or I think in the USA as well. Just like BlizzCon, for example, there you have the cosplay catwalk, I think, where you can even win prizes for your costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah, here in Iceland they held one event last summer, and that was like the first like Comic-Con clone or event that they had in a facility where people could come and show off their things, and other than that, it has been like mostly underground. but it's coming to life. We have a area here in the capital where people used to dress up like with swords and all those battle cosplay things and
or like Vikings or what?
Yeah, like Vikings and such. And Viking cosplay has been a thing in Iceland for a very long time. But recently it has moved to like some other sources, not only Viking cosplay, just all kind of cosplay. There was one event this summer here in Reykjavik, and I was unable to attend it. But I saw some pictures, and I was noticing some people were using 3D printing in their costumes that I saw, at least. So, and I know, like if you watch what's the scene with Comic-Con in the US, it's a huge event where 3D printing is a really big part of the costumes. So.
Yeah. So I think that is something where you could also earn money, because I don't know where I saw it. I think maybe it was a lady on Twitter where she has this 3D printer and she's really capable of designing really well, and she makes really incredibly nice looking things for cosplayers. So people can order from her, and then she really makes them to perfection, and you don't see at all anymore that they're 3D printed. And she sells them for quite a bit of money, but I don't remember what her name is.
Yeah. It's probably. I think I haven't like noticed any platform here in Iceland for a business case like that. But I think 3D printing is coming along in the scene, but. I know a few guys that have been doing the Viking stuff for a long time, and they all focusing on creating real swords and shields and fight actually with it. So 3D printing parts are not very popular in that scene, I know, because they're actually fighting.
Okay.
They put up like a practice show where they show off their fighting skills.
Okay. Yeah.
That's pretty similar to the medieval games we have in Germany. There are the LARPers and things like that. They have Ritterspiele. Where they really fight or show fights.
But there you can also not do anything with 3D printed parts. They wouldn't survive.
The normal cosplayers just turn around and show off and don't actually fight.
So Mia, in the meantime, while we were talking, I put the googly eyes on. You know what? If you later when we're offline, you have to give me your address. I will send you some. I don't know if you have exactly these ones because they're so cute. They have these eyelashes, and she looks like
sweet.
She really has a face, you know.
Oh, cute! That's so sweet of you.
And it fits perfectly in the eye sockets. It's as if you would have known the exact size how to make these eye sockets. It's crazy.
It had to be.
It had to be exactly that size. Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah, 3D Customer is pointing out a name of a cosplay designer.
Oh yeah.
He puts the name in chat. I'm gonna.
Okay.
In the link here. That's a link to the channel.
Okay, I will check it out. Yeah, because I'm looking for some models that I could print with a resin printer, because there, as I said before, it really makes sense.
Yeah, I think like here for this model I'm doing, there are some items like a gun on the side that are really fine detail. So it's very thin.
Wow.
So like this gun, it's crazy thin, and I think it would be a good addition to have a resin printer to do those finer details.
Yeah, I could print it for you, but then I have to send it. Yeah, maybe when we see each other at Murph, you know, I could bring something. You know, and I have a feeling that this year is going to be the year of the resin printers. There are so many resin printers popping up on these online stores. It's really crazy.
Even Prussia got one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will be nice to see how that one will be working.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah. I think it's going to be very popular. And the price is also going down, because in the beginning, my first one, it costs like over 2,500 euro. It was extremely expensive. And now the one that I have here now from Das, it's like a little bit over 1,000 only, you know.
Yeah.
It's getting cheaper and cheaper.
Yeah, saying hi to chat.
Yeah. So some people are showing up now here.
Yeah, Ron, the Happy Extruder, and Tom, Filament Frenzy, and 3D Customer, Brian Wines.
Yeah, I said that somebody. I just encourage them to join in, you know, because I think there's some European guys there. Yeah, they should join in. I don't know why they're. So do they still have a hangover from Sylvester or what?
Still on vacation.
Yeah. Yeah, I had 3 days of work this week, and because the 1st of January always a day off.
Yeah.
Chris Riley is showing up, so.
Oh, okay. Hi. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Today it was my first day at work.
Yeah, okay.
And what was I doing? I was grinding on CNC milled zirconia parts, you know, on tooth-related stuff. And the zirconia, when it's green, it's like an eggshell. And the CNC mill, it mills it out like 20 or 25% bigger. And then you have to be very careful because it's grind away a little bit, and then it comes in a high temperature furnace and shrinks the 20%. Yeah. So I was doing that all day long, but it was not so nice because it's very dusty and yeah. Not so good for the hands and for your health.
Yeah, so you have access to a CNC, very detailed CNC machine.
yeah, you know, it's one that the company sells that I'm working for. It has it can mill anything that you can imagine. You know, acrylics, then like acrylic that is almost like plaster. Or wax that you can later invest and then cast or press. Then you can mill chrome cobalt or blanks that are clear, where you can make like splints or night guards. You know, yeah. So it's an incredible machine, and it has a tool changer that you can put in 8 blanks, so you can just throw the files at it and leave it overnight, and the next morning you come in and the cases are all milled out. Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, I bet it's a little bit more expensive for a home user.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
I don't know the price, but I just very roughly said it could be something between 120 and 150. Thousand. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know? So it's for a bigger lab. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we have quite a number of people from the States watching.
Oh wow! So they got up just because of us, or they're partying.
Yeah, they have their lunch break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we would need them to talk a little bit more about cosplay and stuff, you know, because they are more into it.
Yeah, I was hoping for Dawn to show up because
yeah,
doing a lot of like props, like spaceships and stuff in relations to look like game models from games and movies and such.
Yeah. So. When did you have contact to him last time?
I sent him a message just before we started the stream on Facebook, but he hasn't responded.
Or maybe he fell asleep or something.
Yeah, maybe. Or he's riding along somewhere in the electro scooter he has.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, but like for the big X-Wing I have here, that one was like 43 pieces.
Oh my God.
Print out, and I used all my 3 printers. They were basically non-stop for a week. Wow. Printing out this model. This TIE Fighter, that was like 10 or 15 pieces, so that was pretty simple. And then this one is like 35 or 40 pieces, so it's a lot of pieces. And for this one has all the joints, so you can move it around. But to make it stand with a head on top, I had to find a posture for it, and then I used just my 3D pen to weld in the joints at that location, so it would stand up in a natural position with the top part that I'm gluing at the moment, and put that on the top. It's quite a challenging to do those multi-part pieces, especially when they are so detailed. You have to clean up the supports. It's been a lot of work. I think I was 1 week printing the X-Wing, and I was 1 week putting it together and gluing and sanding and painting and all that.
Oh my God!
It's quite a project. This was a lot simpler model, but still took me several days to complete after printing.
Wow. Okay.
I think for the like for this model, I printed this 3 times because I had issues and failures. So if you want to get it right, it takes like for this model, it has a lot of supports when you have all those fine details in the model. I was trying to get us good detail, but then the supports were everywhere and I had a hard time removing it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really pretty difficult to print.
Yeah.
It's but it's worth it. It's really, really worth it. I mean, just look at this.
Yeah, I saw it when I healed the model. I saw that it was extremely detailed. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think with the resin printer, there will be even more detail.
Yeah, this is what I'm really curious about. But it doesn't make sense to print it with this castable resin because it's like translucent.
No.
And so I can't wait until I get the spray one. And I don't want to use the resin that came with the printer from Stefan because I don't want to use up his resin. Yeah, because he also wants to make some tests. Yeah.
Yeah, Brian Weiss is saying he printed out the Saturn V rocket. Isn't that like a big model?
Yeah, I think that is quite big. I also want to print that one, but in a smaller scale. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, is it on Thingiverse, the model, or?
I think it's on Thingiverse. I made several collections on Cool 3D and my Mini Factory and everywhere, but I have it in one of my collections. I think I already
I
selected
found
it.
Here on Thingiverse.
Yeah, I think it's multiple pieces.
Yeah, it's like the main body is 4 pieces, and then there's some connecting pieces just to connect it.
I remember these little things there. Yeah, these connectors.
Yeah, and Ron is saying he's printing the demon. How do you say this? Demo Gorgon. Yeah, that's a bad guy in Stranger Things. I can't really.
The plant guy. It looks like a huge plant head with teeth.
I'm gonna look it up.
Demogorgon.
Yep.
Demogorgon.
Okay, let's see what it looks like.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You can look that up in Thingiverse as well.
Okay.
Yeah, here's one. There are several models of it.
Okay. Oh my goodness. He looks like a flower. He has like a flower head.
Yeah, that will eat you.
Crazy. I've never seen that guy. Okay. I think it would give me some sleepless nights.
yeah, it's pretty creepy.
Yeah. Okay.
There. I put the link for Gambody earlier. I found the Star Wars model there. Dawn pointed it out to me when I did the X-Wing. So I got the model there, and they have a lot of other models for all kind of. They categorize it by game and subject.
So how much did you pay for that one?
Yeah, how much? The X-Wing. Let me check. Can't remember.
Oh, Captain Future. I think this is the one that Malix, what he's called, has on his page. I think I will want to print him. Yeah, Captain Future.
Yeah, the X-Wing was $20.
Oh, okay. But that's okay. It's such a detailed model. My goodness. So.
Yeah, and then I got the R2 A2 and A2S2. This one, and also the big worker. And I purchased those 2 models, and that was like $40 for those 2 models. So most of the models here are like $15 to $25. So I think it's reasonable.
Yeah.
They have the Millennium Falcon, and that's really expensive because you buy the base body of the Millennium Falcon for $45, but then you have to buy exterior parts and the interior parts as add-ons.
Okay.
And each of those are $20. So if you want to do the whole Millennium Falcon with all the exterior parts, it's $110. So
Okay. Crazy.
But that is like several, I think 100 parts or something. It will be your hobby for a month just to do that. So paying $100 for a hobby is maybe reasonable.
What I'm very interested in are these licensed models? Is there a real Star Wars license on them, or are they fan made?
I think they're fan made because on the website they call it Space War Online, not
okay.
Yeah, but you know the guys, the creators, they put endless hours of work in them, so I think it's okay.
Sure. I'm just wondering because with the license, it's always such a problem, especially Star Wars, because you can really get big problems if you are making Star Wars models and don't have a license. So you have to put in some things that are not like the real deal to make them different, to make them fan art and things like that. And of course, you are not allowed to call them Star Wars. Models.
like Michael Castle put it here in the
chat. Millennium Falcon, yeah.
Yeah, that's a name of the model on Thingiverse.
Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. People try to get around the licensing. It really depends on the company how far they are willing to go after people. But I think as long as you're not if you're doing a model and you're not selling off the prints like in a store or a web shop, that's a different thing than just putting the model up and sharing it on a website or Thingiverse or something like that.
Especially since Disney has the Star Wars license. Disney is pretty much known for being very, very sharp with the rules.
Some people say they have more lawyers than animators.
Oh my God. Yeah. So Nintendo, there you are not allowed to hack the models or logos. Okay, I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, and I'm searching for that on Thingiverse. People try to get around the rules.
They just change the names or
yeah.
So it makes it also a little bit harder to find them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I must say computers do the animation these days. Yeah, for some parts.
So what are you printing now in the background, Martin?
I'm printing a small base on the CR10 to glue those feet on because the feet are a little bit wobbly, and I want to have them glued to a small base so they stand up together a little bit. And then I'm printing here on the MK2.5 Otis models. I'm printing with the atomic filament marble PLA.
But did you see that there's almost no more filament on the spool, Martin?
Yeah, I know.
Are you aware of that?
Yeah, it's okay.
You could. I can monitor that for you though. If you want, in the background.
Yeah, it's a MakerBox's samples.
Okay.
I printed out a few things. Like serial layers a lot. Model it coming out really nice. And the Omnum model.
Okay. Yeah, I love marble filament. It's nice. Looks
on the MakerCoin. What I do with the MakerBox samples, I print out a few things, and if I run out of filament for the last model, that's just what happens. And I sometimes have a half a benchy or something.
Okay, so you're taking the risk.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just to show off the filament. So.
I'm testing out a marble now from Eson that I got from them, a small roll. Seems to be nice.
Marble filament always looks like vanilla bean yogurt for me.
Yeah, it looks really nice with this one is like light gray with like black particles in it.
Maybe I should design an ice cream and then print an ice cream, like a cone and an ice cream.
I'm thinking of some models like that. I was thinking of maybe Oreo filled with
Oreo, yeah. But that's you are better in that. I can only work with Tinkercad, so you would be much better in that than I would be.
You just have to try it out. Fusion is not so hard.
I have to have a lot of time. Then I'm gonna try it one day.
You have to. It's not so hard, really.
Yeah, if you watch Angus Maker's Muse CAD for Newbies series, you'll get started by using Fusion 360 in 2 hours. Watching those videos and going along with the videos. It's very easy to get started with if you just start. You have to have the right mindset of how things are put together. And he does a great video series on how it all fits together.
I'm not so much into sketching. I'm starting with the blob and then doing pulling and pushing. That's what I'm doing. That's what I like more than sketching on an even surface and then extruding everywhere. It's kind of unnatural for me working, as a dental technician. It's my way of understanding things. So this is why I like Tinkercad, where you have a block and then you see what you're doing,
Maybe a ZBrush or something, a ZBrush, something like that would be better for you, or maybe Blender.
Sculptures I tried.
Sculptures.
I just have there are some shortcuts I would have to learn. I just printed it out, but I'm going to give that a try again.
It's coming back. Your video cat went out for a second.
Okay.
But it's back. It was just a short interruption of service.
Okay, so maybe my connection is bad. It's already that bad, but I think it just broke down totally. Excuse me.
Yeah. It has been sometimes during the stream. The resolution of the video is going pretty bad.
Yeah.
You have to get a fiber like I have.
Yeah, but we don't have here yet, And we have the TV is also television is also hooked up on internet, and when I'm in the stream, my husband, he cannot watch TV during that time. Poor guy.
Yeah. So it's like the same bandwidth for the TV and on the internet. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's a pity.
Yeah, Brian Weiss is saying we had to put a Country 3D's head on a R2D2 and call it a Walter D2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that will be funny. Yeah, his head has been put on a lot of things.
Yeah. Oh my God. So how many people are in the chat now? Because I've extracted the chat area, so I'm not in the main window of YouTube. How many are we?
there are 16 people.
Oh wow! Oh, okay, cool. So I would be interested to hear where everybody's from, but I can see that only like 4 people are chatting at the moment. But it would be really nice if the other ones could tell us where they are from.
Yeah.
You know, which country. That would be cool. But maybe we cannot convince them to write something there.
Yeah, they will have to reveal themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we have to look at, or you could have a look at the statistics later on. That would be interesting.
Yeah. Most of the guys are from the States, though, that are
Okay.
active in the chat. 3D Gastner is here in Europe. I think he's in Finland.
Belgium, Chicago, Ontario, Spokane. Oh, okay. Florida. Oh, Florida. I think they have a nice weather there at the moment, huh? I've been there.
Yeah, and Ben popping in again.
Oh, okay. Back again. He should join. He hasn't been online for a while now. Why isn't he not joining? Such a pity.
Yeah, I don't know. he will have to answer for himself.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to catch up watching the videos. I haven't watched YouTube videos of all your dear friends here for a while, so I'm not up to what everybody's updated to what everybody's doing at the moment, you know, all the projects and stuff. No.
Yeah, Ben is on Brexit Island.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah, that will be interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm quite curious to see if that works well.
But Mia, have you done any other models than the Star Destroyers?
I don't know if it counts, but I made Buddy Christ from Dogma.
Okay.
In rainbow filament.
Oh.
Yeah, it's coming out great.
And I made a Mondo Shivan from Magnet who modeled it. I have to get it. 1 second.
Yeah. Yeah, Ben is saying no politics. Yeah, we're not doing politics. We're just making fun.
Yeah, downstairs I still have this this starship planter that I designed last year for the My Mini Factory competition, you know. But I would have to go downstairs, you know, this rocket thing that you can put plants in. Okay, show off, Mia.
I printed him at 40% scale because I didn't have more of this filament at that moment. But I'm still amazed how much detail you can still see. I hope you can see it.
What is it called?
Mondo Shivan from the Fifth Element.
Ah.
Yeah, okay.
Could you also share the link?
Yeah, it's from Magnet and
oh, Dawn is showing up. Dawn is joining in.
Hi, Dawn.
I think he cannot hear us yet, but I just saw his icon popping up underneath.
Yeah, he's probably setting up.
Yeah, 1 second, please. I forgot to turn on OBS.
Yeah, we got your audio.
Yeah, we already missed you because I think you're gonna have you can show off because that's I think your main one of your main topics. What we're discussing this evening.
Oh yeah, cosplay.
Yeah,
cosplay and movie props and game props and such. And I really had you in mind with all the spaceships you've done when I thought of the topic for this event. So, so maybe you'll do your introductions because you're just begin and then you can show us what you've been doing.
Oh, should I show what I've been doing?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'd have to get up and walk around several times.
Yeah.
Yeah, my main interest as everybody knows from my channel, is science fiction and fantasy. Right now, you can see on the corner here, I'm printing the smoke ring that goes on the display for the Rocket and Groot collection.
Ah! Ooh,
Nice.
Yeah, 1 second.
cool.
I have already printed several parts already
Wow.
from that. Oh yeah, it is a pretty big piece.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Did you paint it brown or is it brown filament?
this is brown filament.
Okay.
And Groot's head, I haven't put it on yet because I'm not sure if he's supposed to look that way or if he's supposed to look another way. Yeah, but yeah, and this big rock,
Wow.
this big rocket, this thing is 47 centimeters long.
Wow.
Just for an example, if I can find the right slot for it, and there it is. That'll be mounted on here.
Cool.
Yeah. And this is the so-called smoke ring that comes from Rocket's jetpack.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see how big that smoke ring is, that will be mounted in this area here.
Ah, okay. Wow.
So this thing is pretty big.
Yeah.
So did you print it at, are you printing it at 100%?
I'm printing it at 100%, yes.
Okay, wow. Oh.
And this is what I got as a very nice Christmas gift from a lovely lady.
You're welcome.
And the last thing that I made, that was the Battlestar Galactica. I'm waiting for an Amazon delivery so that I can start.
Oh my God, this is enormous.
Yeah, this thing is 85 centimeters long.
That
Wow.
is crazy.
It is enlarged 100 to 150%.
Okay.
Yeah, as everybody says, go big or go home. Yes, but I've done all the patchwork on it. Right now, I'm waiting for delivery from Amazon for 2 cans of primer paint
Okay.
so that I can start getting this thing finished up.
Yeah, that's quite a big model.
Oh yes. I'm not sure if you would have the place for it there, Martin.
No, I have no. I'm struggling with the X-wing on now the
Yeah.
with those the TIE fighter and everything I'm doing. It's
Yeah.
I don't have any
Yeah.
place for it.
As I said, hang on this thing.
You were breaking up. Was that again?
He should hang his stuff on this from the ceiling, down from the ceiling, or on the wall.
Yeah,
Then he
I
would
have to
have enough
just-
space.
I have
Yeah,
to-
I would normally do that, but
On strings,
I
you know,
have
on
to find
strings.
another apartment. I haven't started that yet. And this is the Star Citizen Hornet, as you might have seen in the last video.
Mm.
This took me almost a month to print. This thing is also a good size. But if anybody wants the STL files for this, you'll have to contact me because you cannot get these STL files anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
this is the model where you have the resin printed guns on feet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
and-
what printer did you use for the rest?
The only printer that I have right now, the One-How D9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you happy with it in the meantime?
In the meantime, yeah, yes, but well, I've successfully got that thing laid on its side. Then I used a SD card extension.
Mm.
You know, the one with the
Yeah.
cable. Yeah. And open up the bottom, first thing I did is I changed the fan that was underneath there to a quieter fan. And then I plugged that thing in, closed the bottom back up, and then I have underneath the printer, I have that extension. So that I can, as soon as I figured all this out, how this is exactly supposed to work, that I can do the first update. Yeah. I've got
you have to update that part before you update the display port.
Yeah. You have to do the first. No, wait a minute, how is it? Yeah. The first half of the update is through the normal SD card. And then the second part, you have to do it through the connection that is on the display. For what reason, I do not know. But after that, then you can do the second update, and that just goes through the normal SD card slot.
Yeah, but that is typical for SmoothieWare. SmoothieWare printers are like that. They have a micro SD card on the motherboard, from what I learned, because I have the same thing on this small little mini Delta printer. There, I had to open it up, and inside there was a micro SD card, and there I put the first update, and then a second update via the external SD card for the LCD. SmoothieWare is like that.
Yeah, who knows? That could be SmoothieWare that's on there.
Yeah, 100%.
I can't tell you for sure because I don't know exactly what one how it's using. But yeah. And I think it's going to be the same way, just like you explained. But for talking about cosplay, well, this coming year, what I want to do is as soon as my Lerge X board is here, I've already ordered that. Finish up this hypercube, and then after that one's finished up and running, I'm going to start a new one.
Yeah, you said you're going to build another even bigger printer.
Another hypercube with 300 by 600.
Oh my God.
Then I have the Daedric dagger. Then I have the Deagle Desert Eagle, Fallout 4 laser rifle, Infinity War helmet, battle rifle, Star Wars Trooper, the Death Trooper, AWT Trooper full scale, then the Death Trooper, and then Destiny Connect F3 fusion rifle.
Oh my God! So you have endless files to print out, do you?
Yeah.
God.
Quite a set of waiting to print.
Yeah, and then I also have a complete cosplay suit.
Okay.
For a person. Yeah, that is from, I believe that was from Fallout.
Yeah,
but,
is there any place where you could show off your models? You know, any exhibition or something like that where you could just, because you know you're painting now everything so nicely, and there should be one day a place where you can show off all that stuff.
And that would be cool, but
like a convention or exhibition or something.
That would be cool, but I would need somebody that has a car that could drive me there.
Okay. Yeah, my car isn't that big, but
no, I don't have a car. I cannot afford one.
Yeah.
And
so how far did you say do we live apart?
Huh?
How far do we live apart? What did you say?
Oh,
wait.
What was that? 600 kilometers or
something? My God. Okay. Something. Yeah, so maybe one day we can make it, or we can activate somebody in the community that could help you out, because that would be really nice if you could show the public really what you're doing there.
Yeah, but a couple of days ago, I made a posting in the Bad Bentheim Facebook group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wrote it in German, but easily said, am I the only person here in this town that has a 3D printer?
Oh, wow.
Question mark. And I already have 5 people interested.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't have one, but they're interested because I also put a second comment in there. Yeah, that I've been in 3D printing since 2015. And I'm more than happy to have a talk out here in my apartment, you know, show them what I have done, what can be done. And
Yes, you should give courses.
that would
You know,
be a good thing.
like I don't know, like 30 euro per hour or something to make like a hands-on course. It would be good for you, you know, to so you can buy some extra filament or other stuff.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, or you can make it in like for vouchers, Amazon vouchers or something. That would be nice, huh?
Yeah, that would be nice. But right now, you know, I only have 2 Patreons. My third Patreon that I had that was sending me $20 a month. He fell off for some healthy reasons. I do not know why. So I only have a $1 Patreon and a $5 Patreon. Yeah, wish I had more.
Yeah, I'm the small one.
Yeah, you are the small one.
Yeah, but I spread a lot, so I'm supporting so many people. So everybody just gets $1 from me.
Oh, God
So,
bless.
Yeah. Otherwise, I could give more, but
And it would be more if I had more. But
yeah.
Right now I'm struggling trying to just get money together so that I'll be able to buy food and stuff like that for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I had so many bills to pay. My apartment rent. Yeah, surprise, surprise. My landlord came. Yeah, Don, sorry, but you're going to have to pay 20 euros for the heating more in the month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that means I'm already up to 455 euros for this apartment.
Okay. No, that's ridiculous. So as I said, maybe you could try to give courses about 3D printing.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a little bit unusual having it here in my apartment.
Why not? Why not?
Why not? We have a lot of people from the Volkshochschule that are giving courses for 3D printing, and they are not necessarily being given in one of the rooms they have for that. So you can pick a room for yourself. It's better for you than trying to carry the printers around.
Yeah, it's not possible for you as the condition you are in. Yeah. And if somebody's really interested in learning, I think it doesn't matter. And a nerd cave looks like a nerd cave, you know.
Yeah.
my husband.
I have almost a half of my living room. I have that as the space here. The other half is the couch, the coffee table. But
I don't think that people care about that, what it looks like. They're just want to learn from you.
They don't be coming down the long hallway with a lot of boxes on one side because, you know, 90% is packed up. I only have the stuff that I need because I have to move. Doctor's order. Yeah. But I told them, well, find an apartment for me, please.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been trying for over a year now.
It's not easy, is it?
No, it's not that easy. But I'm pretty sure that wouldn't be any problem. I got 4 chairs. Everybody could sit around my printer right here and watch that thing print while I explain something, for example.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. I mean, that wouldn't be a problem at all. Yeah. My hypercube, as soon as that one's finished up, that will be sitting then on the table to my left. And then all I have to do is just turn the camera over and everybody can watch that one. It's a job.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I have some stuff here. Monster Hunter, Great Sword, Aerial pen version. Overwatch, Windowmaker, Sniper Rifle. I've got a lot of things here in my cosplay file.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Marteinn would go crazy if I started sending him all these files.
Yeah. You got me started with the X-Wing, and then I did this one, and now I'm doing the AT-ST and AT-AT models. I got those from Cambodia as well.
Cool.
I printed all the parts. I'm gluing together parts, and this is the main, like a house or the apartment that I'm gluing together at the moment.
What glue are you using to
I'm using
for joining?
either super glue or let me find it.
Yeah.
Like plastic adhesive.
Oh yeah, yeah. Here we go.
Buy some plastic adhesive.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Or just super glue, just normal super glue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, talking about super glue. Normally I have 3 bottles. Yeah, this
Oh my
the
God.
green thick one, the red one is the thin one,
The
and
thinner
then
one.
thin one, and then there's I think an orange or a yellow one that is like a middle. But I ran out of that middle, and then you have this activator spray, whereby you have to really be careful with this stuff.
Yeah, I have an activator as well.
Yeah, I like the activator that you have compared to the aerosol can, because if you're not the aerosol can, if you don't shake it up well before you spray it, it will put a white film on your plastic.
Yeah, okay. This is just you push it down and you spray out a little bit.
Yeah.
It's very easy to use, but like for these parts, I used up several of those tubes, and I don't know how many of the super glue tubes I've used. I think just for glue for the X-wing, just the glue was more expensive than a filament for it.
Oh my God! How often did you glue your fingers together?
All the time. you glue yourself to yourself.
Yeah.
And to other stuff.
Hey,
That stuff is awful. Oh my God! What company is that from, Don?
This I got in eBay. Sekundenkleber super glue.
Because I haven't seen that one with the activator for quite a bit of time.
Yuki. Oh God. 1 second. 1 second. I gotta put my glasses on to read that one. Yuki. YUKI model.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yuki-model.com. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I can't find the same pack.
Yeah, I will check it out. Yeah.
The pack was around 18 euros, and it came.
Wow.
It came with 2 red, 2 green, and 2
orange. Okay. Yeah.
Of course, yeah. But now I'm almost out, so I need some more. Yeah, big models use a lot of super glue.
Yeah.
I've been gluing this model together today, and like my fingers, they're all sticky and have super glue on them, and my nails have super glue on them, and like Michael Castle was pointing out, they make a separator spray to help you if you glue yourself to yourself. You can spray on the separator.
There's something like that. Yeah, there's a separator.
I really should get that. I'm always holding the part, and the glue will get everywhere, and then you spray on the Instaset spray, and then it hardens immediately on your fingers, and it's quite terrible.
Have you ever ruined a T-shirt?
No, I don't think so.
So you can be happy, because at work I ruined, in all these years, I've ruined several shirts, by gluing, spreading or some super glue dripped on it. So that's ugly.
Yeah, I've ruined 2 pairs of jeans.
Yeah,
each one of those have a dot on each leg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can't really clean it out. It will just embed in the fabric.
Once it's in, it stays there.
Yeah, it's kind of stinky too. I hate it.
Just don't put a flame near it.
Yeah.
Yeah, John, is the separator spray, is that just acetone?
Huh?
I think John was responding it's just acetone. I was wondering if that was a separator spray.
This spray that I have?
Yeah, the separator to unglue yourself.
I'm not sure if acetone's going to work.
Yeah, okay, he's saying acetone dissolves GI glue. So.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a bottle of acetone. I should
Cool. That's something I'm gonna have to try. Maybe I can get the spots out of my jeans.
Yeah.
Acetone dissolves CA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and before I forget, hello everybody in the chat there. I see a lot of people, a lot of good friends.
Yeah, we have 19 people watching now. So.
Cool.
Yeah, so Michael Cassell says, writes that they also had some, glue and stuff, or silicone blobs on his t-shirts. Yeah, that happens very quickly.
And Roger Max saying nail polish remover.
Yeah, that's pretty much acetone.
Yeah, over here in Germany, that might a little bottle of nail polish remover might be cheaper compared to a bottle of acetone.
But you have to be really careful with the nail polish remover. There are much more which are acetone free, and they won't do anything. So you really have to look which one has acetone in it. That's basically acetone with a little bit of perfume.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you have more experience in that compared to me.
Not really. I only use nail polish for painting my models, to be honest.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, really.
You know, I found a source because I'm bathing in the meantime in ISO, and I found a source in Germany. It's called Höfer Chemie Isopropanol, and I think I bought it over Amazon, but I got it really cheap. You could check that out. Höfer Chemie. Yeah. They also, I think they have also half-liter bottles. Yeah. And I bought 6 bottles at a time, you know, just to have enough.
Yeah.
Hey, a lot of that stuff.
Talking about Amazon, I got a delivery from roll of filament in white that I ordered. You know the normal size from a 1 kilo spool, about 20 centimeters in diameter and 6-7 centimeters wide, 8 centimeters wide sometimes. Yeah. Well, I got my 1 kilo spool of filament. Just to give you an idea, this is this is the box.
Oh my God!
Okay.
That spool that's inside here is 3.6 centimeters wide, and what did I measure? I think it was something like 26 centimeters in diameter.
So you need a special spool holder for that one, unless it hangs from the printer in a higher area, huh?
There's enough room up there for it.
Okay. But is there really a 1 kilogram of filament on that?
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
I've never seen that. What was it? What is it called?
This is from 3D printer filament.
It's a non-branded one.
Really, this is this must be a classicer from Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah, just some name, no name PLA.
Yeah, no name.
Yeah, no name PLA. But everybody cross your fingers for me. I got a telephone number to call from Owl Filament. Owl, OWL Filament. They are in north central Germany. Got a telephone number. They told me to call them.
Oh, cool. So they want to sponsor you?
I hope.
Oh, that would be cool. I have never heard about them. Owl.
Owl Filament, yes. They are in Amazon. You can find them there. They have a big assortment, I must say. So.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on the website now.
Yeah.
You're on the website? Oh, nice.
Okay, I will check that out later.
Yeah, check that out. You know, I didn't tell them already that that I already made a Facebook post and everything that I'm trying to get something like a 3D printer club started here in Bad Bentheim. But
okay.
If everything goes good, you know, and those 5 people in Facebook are really interested in everything, so it'd be good to have a filament supporter. I think.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch to the closer camera and show, because Velbot was joining the chat. I want to show him. Yeah, those parts here, they're pretty thin for FDM printing at 100% scale. So I want to just point it out. If you slice it in some slicer for FDM printer, this will not print. So it has a little bit of problem. I just wanted to have a chance to show him, and also the engine parts, they are a little bit too thin, so they don't show up either. So for a FDM printer, it's two things that you might want to have a look at in a model.
Yeah, or
printable.
Or scale up maybe, huh? You should.
Yeah, you have to scale it up, or
110% is okay, but you need to crank up the surface, so you have a bigger surface. So which means the thin parts are getting a little bit bigger. Like these printed fine for me, because they are not so thin as they are intended to be printed, and you don't lose your detail. That's a great thing. And as you can see,
oh, Mia has...
mine are on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mia has one too.
Sure.
That's one that I haven't printed yet. If I was...
Great model.
Yeah, as I said, I also want to print it, but I'm still waiting for that Sohn resin to show up, the gray one.
Yeah, well, but has to compromise the detail for the printability. It's very small part that is.
But my next model from Starships that I'm going to be printing, it's called Ausmerzer.
Oh. Okay.
It is on Malik's design. It's on their webpage. Yeah. Yeah. You know, with 70% less. Well, I thought last month I got to get that one because that's a bit nice in my collection that I have already. And saved a lot of money too. With 70% discount right now.
Oh, does he still have that? The discounts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he had it just before Christmas starting.
Yeah.
And it's still running.
Still running. Okay.
Yeah. Malik's 3design.com, I think it is. Or...
Yeah, he's crazy. Crazy design.
Yeah. Yeah, but the Sergio, he is a great designer. I mean, he's made some really cool models there.
Yeah.
It's just a good thing that I don't have the money to buy everything. No, but
yeah, Velbot is saying he made the model 20 years ago.
Wow, that is incredible.
Yeah, it's
such a big knowledge.
Yeah, it's like extreme detail in the
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, well, I know what you mean. And hi there. Yeah, but you know, it's interesting. It is interesting. I mean, we already have the start of the new year, and just like everybody else, I hope that it goes good, not only for me but for everybody else here. Yeah. I mean, okay. With other bills that I got to pay and everything, it might take me a while before I can start on the 300 by 600 printer. But one thing's for sure, unless I get one sent to me, 2020, I want to get a resin printer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you could print all these small little things. You know, for making that model printable, I used a software from Source, and it's called Cure 3D Maker Edition, and it makes unprintable models printable, even if they have thin walls. But the output of that model that Waldbach gave me, it was extremely big, and then he had to resize it again, and then of course all the stuff got thinner again. Yeah. But in first place, it was not printable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really depends on the modeling software. If it outputs files that are 3D printable with the flipped normals on the polygons, they are like flipped. So when you open them up in the slicer, they are just like a hole inside.
I have that software from that Professor Chen, I think is his name, that Luban, where you can take a model and you can make that man size, so to say.
Ah, okay. I think it's the same software that Håkon Pelko used for the Benchy. Yeah. I also want to check out that software. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but they're saying the original model was 1.7 gigabytes.
Yeah. It took a while until I had sent it back to him over WeTransfer. It took a long time.
Yeah.
You know, because my financial situation, the professor, he sent me that for free.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, with a lifetime key on.
Wow. That is cool. So nice.
Yeah, that is really nice. I mean, I haven't been able to really use it yet because I haven't had the need for it. But
you should make a community print. That is so much fun. I'm all into into community prints. I love that.
Yeah, they're great.
I have one dragon model. I'm not sure about it yet.
Yeah, but that would be so much fun. Then you receive parcels from people all over the world.
That would be cool because this dragon that I want to make, you know, it would be something like 1 meter, 1.5 meters high, but about 3 meters in the length.
Oh my God! But then you have to move to a new apartment first, huh?
That's why I'm not saying anything large about it.
or you could set up at a school or something, you know, just donate it to some place, you know, school or something, or kindergarten.
Oh, I'm pretty sure if I
museum.
That.
Is there any museum close by that you could donate it to?
No, there's not a correct museum here, but. I think I know the one or other store here. They would be more than happy to have something like that in their showroom.
I think a school would be not so bad because it would get kids into 3D printing, which is a great thing.
Yeah.
But the school that we have here, I'm not really sure about that. I'd probably have to go over there and then talk to the director or principal or whatever he's called, you know. And just see, you know, if there is any interest at all.
Yeah.
I like all the models I print from the MakerBox samples. I usually print out those Otis models and Benchies and Maker coins. And I give my wife those, and she's a preschool teacher, and she brings a bag of those things to the kids every now and then. So I get rid of a lot of my prints.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. All the low poly dinos, I got them models from the 3D printing professor. He did a Kickstarter with the low poly dinos. I printed all those out and gave the kids in the preschool, and they loved playing with a 3D model, 3D parts.
Yeah, but I don't have enough, and I've never printed a Benchy or something like that. But what I always used to test out the filaments, I used my so-called GNOME figure.
Yeah.
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 Is it Protopasta? The Protopasta GNOME?
This one here is the ASA filament that I got sent from my past filament supporter, unfortunately. Yeah. From 1-3D, that was my filament supporter that I had, but not anymore. It's a filament. And this here this here is a copper filament.
Oh.
And this thing is 80% copper and 20%.
Oh my God.
That thing, yeah.
You should polish it.
I was thinking about that, but strange. I just tried a little corner up on his head, you know. Tried a little bit, and it came out a little silvery.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it didn't keep this brown color.
No, of course it's gonna change. That for sure. But look nice.
Yeah, and here's one in a normal PLA in red, and that one weighs 27 grams. The ASA 30 grams, and the GNOME 65 grams.
Yeah, I thought that it would be quite heavy because of the metal particles in it. Yeah.
Yep.
All three of them have the same 10% infill, and I think it was 5 top, 5 bottom, and 5 shells. And yeah, I still have that G code on the SD card, so that when I get a new filament or something like that, I use that, print one out to see how it comes out before I do anything.
Yeah, I'm starting to use the shear layers a lot model. This one for a test print.
Yeah, you got a lot of places there.
Yeah, it's has some overhangs and good parts to print.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure if you have about 20 or 30 of them, that your wife would be more than happy to take some of them to the school, huh?
Yeah, I'm starting to collect them and see we'll get a bag of them at some point.
I need to print a shelf for them.
No, but as soon as I have more than enough from those gnomes, I think that would be something that I could take a handful or a bag full of them, bring it over to the school and talk to the principal.
Yeah.
See what I can do there. Or if the makerspace comes together, with some people, then I can give some figures out like that, because I think there'll probably be more men coming to me instead of women, and they'll probably be so that they don't have a printer yet, but they want to buy one, and then I have to give them something that they can take home and show to the wife.
To convince,
Yeah.
Hey, take a look here, what I could make for you if I had a printer.
Yeah, you should find some simple practical print that would be good around the house.
Yeah, for us it's the other way around, Mia. Huh? We have to convince our husbands.
Not always easy.
I think Mia had to talk to her husband instead of her husband talking to her. Huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. For instance, I'm going to print another doorbell knob with the names on it. So it's nice. Yeah, I could convince him easily to do so.
I did that too. I made a complete new doorbell for our house.
Yeah.
We had still the old one from the previous owners, and I just had to make something that has exactly the same space. So
yeah,
I made one.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife is starting to ask me, can you fix this or print this for her around the house? I create one shelf to.
Yeah, and I know Kat. She showed a perfect example for what you can do for your house.
This handle here that broke off.
Right. There you go.
That is because why should I throw it away? I just created a new handle.
Yeah.
And then just use the I3D filament that we got at Earth, the PET G.
Yeah.
And it came out perfect. It doesn't break. And I think I will have it for another 5 years or so until the rubber breaks.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Why should you throw away things? I'm really very much into upcycling. I love upcycling.
Yeah, I wish 3D printing would have been on the market about 30 years ago. God, so many things I had to throw away. go to the store and get a new one just because my wife was incapable to take good care of that stuff.
Yeah, this head for the ST model, this is IC3D patchy as well. that I got from Earth.
Is it colorless one? Or the natural?
Yeah, the natural, just a clear one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of clear. You know, for Christmas I printed lots of snowflakes in clear PLA, and it looks really, really nice.
Yeah, for like these models I'm doing, I don't care about the color because I'm gonna paint it all over. but
you can use what you have.
Yeah, like for this model, you can see some blue legs and white parts and some 2 types of white filament that I was just cleaning out some half empty spools. So I don't mind what color they get because everything is painted. Like the X-Ring, it has maybe 4 or 5 different colors of color fab PLA that I had like small amounts on the spools, and in some cases I even had to change filament in mid-print because the spool was running out.
So is color fab, did they sponsor you, or did you just have enough of filament?
Yeah, it's not sponsored. I just had a lot of color fab spools that I was cleaning out. I had had like I think almost 10 spools that were almost done.
Okay.
I decided to just use those up on the prints.
So did you already use your you know, this what is it called? I'm having a brick in front of my head. The air gun, you know, for painting. The what is it called?
The airbrush.
Airbrush. Oh my God. Oh God. What is wrong with me? Airbrush. Did you already use it?
No, but it's on order. I made an order from China Alibaba store or what's it called?
Okay, so you're waiting.
Yeah, it takes like a month to send it over.
Yeah, I ordered the large board for my Hypercube a week ago, and I just got an email yesterday saying it is sent.
Yeah. I got some colors. I also
nice
airbrush colors that I got from Amazon. They came to Iceland from the States just in a few days, but then I have to wait for the device.
Marteinn, you're talking about colors?
Oh my God,
that's a lot of colors.
Yeah, you built.
Yeah, but as you can see, I'm still missing several colors. I'm missing a lot of green color and you know, the different variations of green. And for all, I miss the complete brown colors.
And did you build that shelf by yourself, Tom?
No. This shelf, that is part of a system.
Looks nice.
That is part of a system, and I think I still have that.
It looks very well organized, and you see all the colors.
Oh yes. 1 second. Where is it now? Where is it? I have the
display.
That is from HZ. There it is. There it is. Where's the web page on it? They are over there in Poland.
Poland. Okay.
Hobbyzone.pl. Hobbyzone. HOBBYZONE.pl. And I mean, okay, it's
in one word.
Yeah, in one word. Hobbyzone.pl.
And do they have a? Oh, it's in English. Oh, okay. So we can read it. We can understand.
And all the prices, I think they're still in so-called zloty. That's the that's the Poland currency name. Yeah. But I mean, when you check that and you convert that to euros, you're going to see, oh my God, only a couple of euros. Yeah, and they come in parts. And all you have to do is just use a normal wood glue, and you can glue them together. And they have.
Is it special for airbrush artists or?
Yeah, this is special for airbrush, and they have other, like drawers and stuff, for modelers.
Yeah, I like those. The drawers are just popping up. I like those. They look nice. Small little container boxes. Yeah.
Yeah. They come in a small flat box. You think, oh my God, what is this now? And then you open it up. Oh, okay. And then you start gluing it, putting it together, gluing it together and everything. And all of a sudden you have such a big part like that, that I've got right there that can hold something like 100 different colors.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about the X-Wing because Brian Wines was asking about the process. And what I did was when I got all the parts printed, I glued them together for most parts. I didn't put on the wings until later, but after sanding and I was using like a wood filler to put in some seams and trying to sand out the 3D printed lines and get that done. I used a lot of like filler primer and you put that on and sand it and put it on again and sand it, and I did several coats on different parts of the model. And then I had everything painted in gray. I also painted the guy just with acrylic paint. It's like a orange jumpsuit he has, and some pink face and white devices here in the front. The R2-D2 is also in white with a red light on front. Then I put on the red paint, and I used masking tape to mask out the areas that I wanted to have red, and painted that with acrylic, just a red acrylic paint. And then I was removing the mask, and also you can see like here it's like chipped out, like it's damaged. So I was using just an X-Acto knife to cut out some of the parts to get it like it was had some damage or battle damage to it. So it's like worn out. Like also here you can see in this part the masking tape was like a square, but I cut out some parts so it was like more realistic, and got that done. And then finally I used just black acrylic paint and put it in a small bowl and put a lot of water in it, and then used just a tissue, like a tissue like this, and put in the wet paint and just dabbed everything with the paint. After just dabbing everything, so it was all black and wet, I just brushed out with a new dry tissue to dry it out. But then the black paint got into all the crevices and in all the cavities, and like you can see here in the bottom side, there's a lot of black paint. So I tried to wash away as much as I could from the clean surfaces, but in the details I left a lot paint left to give it like a been in a dust storm or something. So it was quite a process, and it took me a week to print this model and another week to put it together, glue and paint and prep. So it was quite a project.
Nice.
Yeah, so I just want to tell that because Brian Weiss was asking about my process.
Oh yeah, and Wellbot wants to know, curious, what is printing? That is the smoke cloud that is going to be coming down on the base from that Rocket and Groot ensemble.
Yeah, that would be quite a project. It's much bigger than I expected. The project you're doing.
Yeah, it is big. I didn't think it was that smoke ring was going to be so big. I thought, okay, a couple of the brown parts, they were big. They would just fit, with a little bit of room to move around on a 20 by 20 plate. But that thing that would fit exactly on a 2020 plate without any room anywhere else. So it's good that I have a 300 by 300 plate.
Yeah, it's quite big. And thanks everyone for cheering me on the model. It was quite a project and quite good time.
But worth the effort. It looks really great.
It looks so nice.
Yeah.
And it got me started in doing Star Wars things. So I did the TIE Fighters, and then the Wellbot Star Destroyer.
Star Destroyer.
The A2S2 and A2A2. That's the next model, and I don't know where I'll stop. It's all Dawn's fault.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't believe you.
But, let me know when you're finished with that one. I've got a couple more models for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, from the AT-AT Walker, there's also another one that is really heavy mounted with guns on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that one. If you.
Yeah, I would really like that. You can send it over on the Discord.
No problem. And if anybody is also interested in that X-Wing that Marteinn made, that he got from me, no problem. Contact me in Discord. I can send you a link to download the files. I just hope your printer is big enough and you got enough filament there.
Yeah, it was like 2 kilos for the X-Wing of filament.
Oh my God.
That's lost.
Half a kilo of that was just supports that I removed.
No, that's crazy. You should have access to an extruder, or send Stefan all the crap so he can create some new filaments.
Yeah, with the device he was having. Yeah, it's difficult when you have different types of filament.
Yeah, Marteinn saved a lot of filament because I gave him a special tip. Because I printed mine, the wings and the motors, you know, and a couple other parts, you're supposed to print them with like 100% infill. But I wasn't paying attention, and I printed the body complete with 100% infill too. So you can imagine why I say I had to use about 4.5 kilos of filament.
Oh my God!
Yeah, and my X-Wing weighs that much.
Oh my God, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a scale to find out how much the weights now with all the paint. Probably several kilos of paint on it as well.
No, I don't think that's.
And the wood filler, the primer, yes, that's.
Yeah, but
it might be much more.
So, Mia, what are you gonna print next, or what are you up to?
I have so many things I want to print.
Yeah. Well,
I honestly don't know which one I should print next. One of them would be the SpongeBob from Wellbot.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
I'm still waiting for the mystery box from the European mystery box from Skalda. I hope it arrives. This is something I wanted to dig in this weekend, but it's not there. I hope it will arrive tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, my model has like 150 grams of paint.
Oh my goodness.
Marteinn, can you make me a moderator so that I could post a link to my Discord?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wellbot is asking about my Discord.
Let me see.
Lightning.
You type something in the chat.
Yeah. No limit. Generate. Oh. Okay. Copy.
I think you're gonna have lots of traffic now the next few days.
Oh. Hey, I don't have anything to do during the daytime.
Yeah.
except for maybe a little bit of this or that, you know.
Yeah.
And Discord is one of the programs that I automatically open as soon as I'm up in the morning.
Yeah,
Okay.
try to paste the link now. I'll put you as a mod.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's a direct link to my Discord, and I already see I got one message in Discord. Hey Don, read the chat and you listen once in a while. Oh, sorry, Minnesota Maker. I'll blame Don for lots of things. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, but you know, people that are interested in, you know, and also Mia, I don't know if you like dragon models, for example. Yeah. I have a lot of dragon models.
Like the big one?
Oh, not only big ones. I've got smaller ones. Might be interesting. Whereby, you know, if you see the model and you say, "Oh, well, that's too big," you can always resize it. You know?
I completely forgot about your Discord. To be honest, I had to remake my little cave here, and all the stuff from my PC had to go upstairs. I had to set up everything new, and I completely forgot about that.
Mia, I think you're already in my Discord, right?
Am I? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
If not, I can join in. I don't think I have. Oh, cat. Sorry.
Yeah.
I have to download Discord.
Yeah.
It's so easy to be distracted with a cat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, my cat was jumping on me and see what was happening.
He's so cute.
Yeah, that is a beautiful cat.
Yeah, this is a real star of my YouTube channel. He is always showing up on my videos. Sometimes when I do a video and he's not showing up, I get a comment, where's the cat? And therefore, you can see this is a quote I got on one of my videos. I'm here only for the cat.
Yeah,
I'm here for the cat.
I recently received my T-shirt that I made there, you know, at the shop, and now I know the size, and now I can order one of yours because I first wanted to see what the sizes come out like.
Yeah.
It's like that. But I like the quality.
Yeah, it's pretty good T-shirt.
Yeah, Wellbot is on my Discord now. Welcome, Wellbot, to my Discord. Any questions or anything like that, or if you're searching for a certain model or something like that, just let me know in Discord.
I already had it.
Yeah, Cat's already.
I've already been there, but I forgot about it, and now I have made 2 accounts. So I think I will delete one of them because I've already been there.
Yeah, I have you there already.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cat 3D.
So.
No, I only see one. That's the Cat 3D.
Yeah, but I already have also have another one. Let's see.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's one in green.
Yeah.
One in
yes.
Yellow.
I have to delete that one.
No problem.
Yeah, just reading on chat.
This is a good resource for a lot of things. I see on there sometimes. Yeah, well, but no problem. But you can contact me from 10 o'clock in the morning until 1 o'clock in the morning on Discord. Oh, Kat, you're getting blurry. What's going on?
What? Because you see where I'm looking somewhere else. Yeah, I will check that out later. I will sort it out because I have 2 accounts on your account. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of platforms that people are using, and I had the same problem. I had 2 Discord accounts, and I had some people in one account, and then a different set of people in the other account. It was a complete mess, and I had to consolidate everything.
Yeah, I'm never on Discord, you know. So maybe I should in the future, but I totally forgot that I was already already joined your yours done. I think I will get offline now because I have a iritis, you know, inflammation on the eye, and I urgently have to drip gets my eye drops. Otherwise, it gets worse. I just wanted to say thank you. It was an absolutely cool evening, and later I will maybe watch what you are doing if you're still online, and looking forward to the next one. And once I have the resin, I will start printing lots of cosplay and models stuff too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in.
Okay.
Take care of yourself.
Bye.
Like always. Okay. Bye. See you.
See you.
Bye.
Yeah, with a resin printer now, with like small details, like I was showing earlier, Don. This is I'm gonna switch over. This is a gun part of this model, and it's really high detail, and even this gun is very thin model. It could be very useful to have a resin printer to do those small detail parts on those models, because there's so much detail in the model. Like you have the guns and the legs on the model you showed earlier, resin printed.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea to have a resin printer. I'm not sure if I can get one because of don't want to have the chemicals here in the living room. If my cat snooping around, he will get drunk. The isopropanol.
Yeah. Okay, I just infected somebody. Somebody over in Discord is already downloading, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, and Sohn is joining in. Hi, Sohn.
Hey, Rover. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Oh yeah, Sean. Sean, just so that you know, I haven't started printing that what you made for me, but here's the two colors that I'm going to be using for them. Yeah.
Well prepared.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's two filament samples that Robbie Mack sent me from the USA. Polyalchemy elixir. The one is the night sky, and the other one is called Merlot. With also instructions on how to print them so that it's not matte. It has a Seiden.
The glossy finish.
Yeah, Seiden gloss. Yeah, and that's something because somebody was really nice to make a maker coin for me, and it looks really nice, and that's something I've got to print out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. The polyalchemy is really, really nice. It's a beautiful filament.
Yeah, but what I'm printing right now is something like a 30-hour print.
Yeah, yeah. I have like 6 different colors of the polyalchemy.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7, 8 colors of the polyalchemy.
Yeah.
It's awesome stuff, but it has a very poor layer adhesion, so it's difficult to use for anything functional. But for show-off pieces, it's really awesome.
Cool.
Like this series layers a lot. This is polyalchemy pink.
Wow.
It's really
beautiful.
Really shiny. It's this awesome
so
filament.
Beautiful.
That is a nice color.
Yeah, you can get awesome prints with this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but it's a little bit too expensive for me, I'd say. I mean, you know, if I didn't have to buy anything else in 1 month, then I could say, okay, get that one special color, or, you know, from the polyalchemy, that Merlot, that it's like a how can I say, You got that Merle out there?
Yeah, I got that. It's really nice color.
Yeah, it is a beautiful color. I like that. I like that color. I mean, it's like I don't know how could you say like a chrome red or something like that, you know?
Yeah. It's really I don't know like dark red brown or something. It's
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Oh yeah. No, but oh, I must say, the last couple of weeks it's been really interesting.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was really amazed after I finally got all the brown parts finished and then I started gluing them together. I was really amazed how big that plate is going to be.
Yeah. And the rocket. How long is the rocket?
The rocket is 47 centimeters long.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it's almost big enough you could put one of those model those rocket engines in there, and you could send that thing up in the you know.
Yeah. Some
Would
people
sure look impressive.
Some people print out the rockets and the cones and put rocket engine in and blow them away. Blow them up.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that with that model too, because you wouldn't have to glue the nose cone on it, and the nose cone has like a clip function to where you stick it in, right?
Yeah.
And if you connect that with the parachute with a rocket engine ejection system, you could shoot out your parachute, so that it comes down safely to the earth again. Bring me off. I'm getting a couple of ideas right now.
Yeah, well, but you see, in Ivan Miranda did a rocket, and
Exactly. And I still have one rocket engine. It's about 40 years old. I'm just wondering if it'll still work.
Worth a try.
It might blow up just in one bang.
Who knows? I mean, I've had it in a parts suitcase, and it's always been kept dry. So who knows? It might work.
Just keep your distance. Just to be safe.
Yeah.
And Heather, Miss Pink, she was just joining in. Hi.
Hey, Heather. Hello.
Hi.
Mr. Pink Mafia.
Get shield just in case. Well, no.
Yeah, to show Heather. Close up of the of this guy. Seriously, there's a lot in polyalchemy pink. Look at this, Heather.
That thing really looks beautiful.
It's really nice.
What does it say on the back?
Printed solid.
Yeah, cool.
It's the musket.
Yeah. You didn't print that solid, right?
No. It's hollow inside. No.
Okay. Up in the corner with you. You didn't print that solid like it says.
No. Yeah, that's my shirt. I'm just here for the cat. Asking me about the T-shirt.
Yeah, but Martin, don't forget you have to take that to Murph when you and Kat fly over there.
Yeah, we have to take a picture together with me.
Of course, we have to.
Oh, I can't wait for that picture.
That will be quite funny.
Great.
That'll probably be a picture that I'll download and print out in A4 format and then frame it.
Yeah. Yeah, that will be quite funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I have another one that kind of, see if I find it. I don't know where it is, but I have another one that says Eyjafjallajökull, the big volcano that blew away 7 years ago. Yeah. It stopped all the airline traffic in Europe. So I got some t-shirt that you can get on the spreadsheet website. Yeah, see you, Sohn. Take care. He was just having dinner.
Yeah, Sohn, take care of yourself, man. God bless.
Yeah, Heather, we were talking about movie props and cosplay prints and such, and I have the X-Wing I just did. I recently did a YouTube video on this one, and I have another YouTube video coming out soon with a TIE fighter I did. I'm gonna get one more print that I did also, and I forgot to bring, so I'm gonna get it.
What's up? Oh, the boss is gone.
What to do? What to do?
Yeah, you have to find some words to use while I'm not here.
Oh yes.
This is the portal.
This is so great. The portal gun.
Yeah, I did the portal gun.
Yeah, I saw the pictures in Twitter, but
yeah, I posted pictures, and I have a YouTube video on my channel coming up. This was quite a project. This one was like 25 pieces, and my son asked me to do this model, and I was holding it off for quite some time because I told him it was quite complicated and so many parts and such. And then I did the X-Wing that was 43 pieces, and my son came to me, hey Dad, what's up with the X-Wing? That's like a 40 pieces, and you didn't want to do the portal gun. That's only like 22 pieces. so I had no excuse, so I had to do the portal gun for him. So I did.
Oh, and how did that work out with the black paint in the hose?
Yeah, that worked out great. This is like just clear tubes, like silicone tubes, and I just used a black spray from a can, and sprayed through the hoses, and that is turning out great.
Cool.
It's keeping a color inside, so they're shiny on the outside and black on the inside.
Yeah, no, that's a cool idea.
Yeah. Then I did the weathering. You can see the yellow and red. It's the guts from the aliens or what, those things in Portal that you shoot with this. It's quite a piece. It was a quite good project. I love doing the weathering when I'm done and make all the gore and all that stuff. That's quite good project.
No, but that looks really nice. And I think your son is really happy now, huh?
Yeah, he's really happy with it. He's been showing his friends off. He's always streaming online with his friends, and he's been showing a lot of people it. Yeah, take care, Heather. Have a good one.
Take care, Heather.
Yeah, thanks, Alva. It was quite good project to do this portal gun. It was, yeah, my son called me out. That's true. He just looked at me and said, "Hey, what's up with this? You did the X-Wing, and now you have to do this for me."
Now I'll have to wait for the next order, huh?
And here comes Stefan asking me to dance. He's always waiting for a dance video. I have a video of me dancing. It's just unlisted. It's only for secret.
Stefan Lightspeed, hello. Yeah, no, you might be getting some orders from your son's friends, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Say, hey, can you make that one for me too? How much would it cost?
yeah, like for the X-Wing, one of my work colleagues, he has I have to buy this from you, and I said, you don't want to know the cost, just a filament of, and if I would count in my time and all the spray cans, and it would be very expensive.
Yeah, just think about the work and everything. I mean, you had to. I mean, we had a problem trying to find a pilot that would fit in there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And lucky enough, you found one.
Yeah, and use some heat gun convention to make him fit.
Yeah, that's something I still have to print for mine. I haven't, you know, I've been fully concentrated on this Rocket and Groot ensemble that I haven't been able to print anything else at the time.
Yeah, then I put a Stormtrooper model I found in this one, and it was like a standing up model, but I just used the heat gun and melted it down a little bit and pushed him in and with some super glue and made him stick.
That's a good idea there.
Yeah, so if it doesn't fit, just use force. That was
Yeah.
Use the force.
Yeah, use the force. Yeah, that's a good connection. I didn't think of that.
May the force be with you, Marteinn.
Yeah. Just shove him in with the force. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Luke would say, "May the force be with you," but Darth Vader would probably say, "Use your laser."
Yeah.
Or in this case, use your heat gun.
Yeah.
As long as it works.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, it's quite good. I had to do a little bit on the X-Wing model, just because his arms were like standing out like this, and I just had to move them in a little bit to make him fit. So I just used the heat gun on his shoulders and pushed them in. So that was just a tiny amount of convincing.
Oh, hostess, ho, so Brian, send me a box of those. Oh yeah. I know that. Yeah, Brian posted those. Yeah.
So guys, I have to go off now. I need to get to work tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. You can do your introductions, outros if you want to. tell people where they can find you.
Hi, bye. You can find me on Twitter. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow. I'm DasMia almost everywhere. DasMia3 on Twitter. And yeah, see you next time, I hope.
Yeah, thank you. I'll see you next time. And you can find in the video descriptions the links for us that joined the stream. So you can check out their channels and contacts there.
Take care, Mia, and hope to see you again.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, now it's just two of us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we still have 17 people in the chat watching.
That is absolutely cool. No, but yeah, of course you got a lot further with your X-Wing compared to my X-Wing. I mean, I could show you.
Yeah.
Oh God, is this thing heavy? Oh man. I haven't had this thing in the hand in a long time. This thing is heavy.
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah. That's the display. I haven't glued that on yet because I wasn't sure if I was going to be hanging this or what. But yeah, I've got mine all printed and everything, except for the pilot. That's one thing I'm going to print.
Yeah.
In there. Use a little bit of heat gun for it too.
Yeah. Is it all printed in gray filament, or have you done some priming? Or
No, this was printed in that so-called silver gray. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this is a nice color, but one thing that I would really do on this would be some, you know, like the red colors that you got on yours, you know, put some red color on it maybe.
Yeah.
And what I also want to do is I want to get some thin acrylic glass and then, you know, cut some pieces out that I can glue into the framework so that there's a glass in the framework here.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I broke my visor like 3 or 4 times when I was sanding, and because you have to put it in, and then you put in the seat for the pilot, and then this part is locked in because you glue the seat down, and then it's locked in.
Yeah.
And when I was sanding and preparing the model, I think I broke this window seal in several places.
Oh. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good, Marteinn.
Yeah, but super glue to the rescue.
Oh, yes. That is always a good thing to have.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I mean, as far as airbrushing, I'm still handicapped with my pump at the time.
Yeah.
Now you got to think what I need is a piece that would look like this. The threads on one side, and then, you know, this part on the other side with 1/2 inch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found out now that this is 1/2 inch and not 3/8 or whatever. Yeah. But this is 2 different parts here. But I got to find a piece that is also about that long, just like this here, and then I need another piece, a shorter one that has the threads on both sides. And I've been having problems trying to find somebody that has that, you know, here in Germany.
Yeah, you end up having like 5 parts all joined together to get from their correct end to the correct start. There'll be like a 1/2 meter long of converters items.
Yeah, and I need these parts so that I can attach this part right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that I can connect this part to my air pump, yeah, to my compressor, and then connect the hose up onto this, you know, because you need, what do they say, between 20 and 30 bar to use your airbrush.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to measure that. You can't just hook the hose directly to the pump, you know, and then let that thing run. You don't know how much pressure is going to be coming out of it.
Yeah, you want to have a constant pressure because otherwise the paint will just go out in different volumes. I'm waiting. I made an order for a airbrush kit from China. AliExpress or something like that. And it's a very small. It was like $50 for the pump and everything that you needed. So I don't know if it's any good, but I want to try it out and see if I find myself be able to use it for any good. I didn't want to spend like I can find like a good pump here in Iceland for quite a lot of money, and I didn't want to spend that money if I don't find it useful to use airbrush. If I don't have it in my hands to do it properly.
Marteinn, you already got a paint set, right?
Yeah.
Have you already got purchased paint thinner?
Yeah, I got something that they call airbrush flow improver.
Flow improver. There's a flow improver that's like a thinner. And then there's a couple of things that you'll need. No, but that is a good set that you have right there.
Yeah, this one I got it's from Vallejo, Vallejo, and
Vallejo.
Vallejo,
Yeah.
Vallejo.
Yeah.
And I asked around, and Joe, the 3D Maker Noob, he pointed out this model or this brand. And
Yeah.
I got like it's just a generic all type of colors.
Yeah.
And then this flow improver bottle.
Yeah.
But
The flow improver is more or less thinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't use the paint like it is in the bottle.
Yeah.
Into the airbrush and then start spraying away. You might have to thin it a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Here they say 1 to 2 drops of flow improver to 10 drops of paint.
Yep.
So it's 1 to 10 or 1 to 2 to 10 of this material versus the paint.
Yeah.
So,
what you have to do is just have a big sheet of white paper. Yeah. That you can use to when you start it up and you got your paint in there and you got your flow in the paint mixed up nice. Just try making a test stripe on a piece of paper before you start painting on the model, you know, because you might have to make some adjustments on your needle, or you might have to make an adjustment on your pump, how much air is coming out.
Yeah.
Or maybe you might even have to put another drop of that flow, that thinner. You might have to put another drop or two into the paint because the paint's a little bit too thick, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are, you know, that's just a couple of the stuff, you know, the things that you have to try out. And of course, there's a lot of videos in YouTube for beginners.
Yeah. Minnesota Maker was pointing out the Richard Cleveland, the first layer.
Yeah.
A couple of good videos.
From airbrushing, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a couple other YouTubers. If you go onto my channel and you check my playlist, I have one for airbrush where I always, you know, put a link in there for the one or other video for beginners or for tricks or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You might want to take a look there, and you'll find the one or other YouTuber, you know, that does that regularly.
Yeah, I watched a few videos of just people using airbrush, but I really have to, when I get my kit and see what I have trouble with and what's like how to operate the stuff and learn.
As soon as I get the adapter parts, you know, then I can start getting back into airbrushing, because that's something that I was doing way back when you had the big compressor, you had 50 feet of hose coming out, and then you were doing airbrushing on a car or on a truck, you know, for repair or whatever, you know. Yeah, but that, and you had a lot, you had a you know, a real pistol. Yeah,
that's a little bit bigger scale than the 3D printed parts.
Oh yes, you know, and that's something that you have to scale everything down. You know, you have to rethink everything that you're doing.
Yeah. It's. I probably have to figure it out how to operate the thing and see if I'm any good at it. Like when I started with the landscape prints, like you got one of those, and I had never been painting like on a canvas with yeah, I'm gonna lock the camera. Yeah.
Yeah, like this one here.
Yeah.
This is a real nice one here. And it is hand signed.
Yeah, when I started painting those models, I had no experience painting like on a canvas with colors, so I was just learning how the colors would blend and how to use the brushes and all that. And just a good fun of a learning curve to find out how to paint something.
Yeah, Marteinn, you see these bottles here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see these bottles? Yeah, that's the base colors, right? And then I have two of them, but here you can see as proof, I've been using one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put a couple of squirts of the paint in there, start mixing it up, and then this was the first thing that I hand painted.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah. This is the Elder Lighthouse, but here you can see, for example, the staircase and the stairs in there, and yeah, there we go. The rocks around there with a little bit of green on the rocks, you know, to show something like a moss. You know? Yeah. And then the lighthouse. I mean, this was all, you know, mixing your red, your blue, your yellow, mixing your, you know, to get your browns or what was I using? The red, no, the red. Oh, I can't even remember right now which color combination that was for the greens. That was
That's
yellow,
red and blue, I think.
Yeah, red and blue, and then white to light it up a little bit, you know. Yeah, and then of course black and white to get your gray tones. Oh, I mean, this was a big project for me.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah,
and this is just acrylic paints that you used like a brush.
Yeah, acrylic paints, just like the Vallejo. Yeah. Oh, and Marteinn, there's not. I mean, okay, I only have Vallejo paints, but there is also Army Painter. That's another producer.
Yeah.
Army Painter. Yeah. That's another producer from acrylic paints.
Yeah.
And they have they have some sets where, you know, you get something like over 100 colors in one pack, but you can imagine what that would cost.
Yeah. When I was looking for this set, they had you could choose like a World War II color set or Warhammer color set or all types of sceneries with all the colors from the actual vehicles or the models in that game or something. So you got all the correct colors and didn't have to blend to get it exact.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I've seen. Oh, thank you, Well, I've seen some airbrushes videos, in YouTube, where if you take a look at the workspace, they have something like 200, 300, 400 different bottles. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a pyro design. Travis, he's in the States. He has done a lot of airbrushing, and he has like on his table a big set, like a 2-meter long set with many layers of colors. There are probably 200 colors in that set he has. It's just all the colors you could imagine.
Yeah, and at the end of the month, if your wife asks you, honey, where's all that money that was on the account?
Yeah.
You can say, sorry, but it's right there.
Yeah, I was thinking like for the X-Wing on this model, the cost of the filament, you count that normally in when you're doing 3D prints, but the cost for the primer and paints and sanding stuff and all that's really expensive. So I probably spent more money on paints on the X-Wing than actually PLA plastic.
That could be. Yeah.
And super glue, it's super expensive.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Probably more expensive than just the super glue than the PLA.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know why, but it seems like that roll of PLA filament, white, that I've got up there on the spool, I think it's wound up really tight on there, because every once in a while, when the extruder pulls down a little bit of filament, that thing springs open, and then all of a sudden I don't have the filament on the spool. It's hanging on the side. So this is going to be interesting, because this thing's going to be running overnight until sometime tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night. I started this print. It was that was around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's been printing now about 12 hours, and it's still got a long way to go.
Yeah, I just finished this model. It's a Oddish model by Garrett on the Chaos Cortex channel. I'm printing the maker box samples, and they were worried about the filament running out. And this is the amount of filament that I have left.
That was well done.
So that's quite good to have just a small amount of filament.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I had to print one more part for my Hypercube for the Z support on top. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to remake that part. I'm not sure how good you can see it, but that was this part right here on top. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That has a 608 bearing, and then the lead screw goes perfectly into it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and because I only had a little bit of my metallic blue filament that was still on a normal spool like this, I took my extra spool that I had, weighed that was 93 grams, and then I put all the filament that was on that one spool, that wasn't much that was left, I put all of that on this spool, you know, winding it on there by hand. Yeah. And then I put it on the scale again, and then I saw, okay, 183 grams. And then I took a look, S3D said, okay, you're going to need, I think it was about 40 grams of filament. So I was safe. I knew I had enough filament to print that part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but one thing in 3D printing, you always have to have some type of a digital scale.
Yeah, yeah, I want like a kitchen scale that I use to weight out.
Yeah, that's the exact same thing that I have, but I mean, I don't use it in the kitchen. I use it here most of the time.
Yeah,
in the maker space, you know. But yeah, that's one of the things that you have to have.
Yeah, scale and this tool here, the deep boring tool. This is most useful.
I have one, but I still don't have the how should I say, the correct twist, you know.
Yeah, when you're using it,
you have to be careful, otherwise you'll cut too deep into the part.
Yeah, you have to. You don't use a lot of force when you do it. Just if you use a lot of force, it will bite in, and then you will just cut into the part.
Yeah, most of the time before I grab the deburring tool, I grab my knife.
Yeah,
because this is a lot easier for me to control, you know.
Yeah, just 2 days ago I put my hobby knife into my finger. You can see it here.
You're not supposed to put the knife in your finger.
Yeah, I noticed when I saw all the blood that was not the best way of operating the knife. But
yeah, but I do have one, Marteinn.
Yeah, it went like half a centimeter into my finger, and
ouch!
It just poured blood on the. I think it's a little bit of blood here on the on this bottle. You can see it here. This is blood. I was cleaning this part out.
Okay. So that means that model was already in war.
Yeah, I could truly say it had some blood and sweat into it.
Okay. Man, welcome back, Michael Castle. And Ben is also back again. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, but I mean, the world of 3D printing, that is amazing.
Yeah, it's been like this summer. It will be 2 years since I started, so it's 1.5 years from when I started. And I remember when I got the Prusa printer, and I got like 2 rolls of filament with it, and I thought I would never finish those 2 rolls of filament. It was too much filament to get 2 rolls.
Yeah.
And now you can see here in the top of me, this is just like a half, because I have another shelf on top of that one, but it's also full. And then I have some more filament here behind me. So
yeah, I know exactly what you mean, Martin.
probably have like 50 spools of filament around.
I had something like 50 spools, but right now I think I'm down to about 40 because I was using a complete roll of orange for the nose, and then some black, and then gray that I had, and blue that I had, and whites and reds. You know, just for the Battlestar Galactica, I started mixing the colors because I thought, well, that doesn't make any difference because I'm gonna paint that model anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I have on this model, it's it's Filament Friday PLA, but
Yeah.
I had both white and blue, and was printing on 2 printers, so I didn't mind having it in different colors.
Yeah, or just like your X-Wing, you know?
Yeah, that was old kind of color fab rolls. I had a lot of rolls left. There's probably 6 or 7 colors in that model.
Yeah.
This is PET G that I had on my Prusa MK3 printer.
PET.
Yeah, it's PET G.
Yeah.
It's IC 3D PET G.
Yeah, I have a couple of rolls of PET G still, but I'm not really sure how good that's going to go on that printer. You know, it's something I would like to try out, but
Yeah,
I was always thinking, you know, because it's a little bit of a translucent PET G that I have, you know, thinking about, you know, making a couple of vases or something like that. But you know, temperature, and then the bed has to be hot, and then I think you have to make sure that you don't have any type of wind coming through the room or something like that.
yeah, it's not too difficult to print though.
Yeah.
Like this, I'm printing at 235 C. So
Yeah.
So if you print a lot with it, maybe a all metal hot end would be a good idea, so you don't burn out the PTFE tube.
I have the Hönow version from the all metal hot end. Yeah.
Yeah. Then it should be good.
Yeah, it wouldn't be so much missing to the Micro Swiss original if they would have put a steel instead of a brass nozzle on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have an all metal heat break in there, so I don't have any PFTE tube at all.
Yeah, I think then you'll be just fine printing with PET. You don't need an enclosure for it, so
yeah,
it's all good, I think.
Oh, that's something I have to try out. That's something I definitely have to try out. I mean, I've been, I don't know, a little bit scared, so to say, to try that out. You know, seeing the difficulties that everybody was having with ABS and with other filaments, I was thinking, oh man, PET G, you know.
Yeah.
I had PET G at the time when it came out, for example, and I haven't used it yet.
Yeah, it's not too difficult. So
yeah.
It's maybe a little bit stringy, but and sometimes you get like some boogers on the print because the filament will curl up on the hot end and burn out a little bit, and then that booger releases and comes into your model. don't have any example of it, but sometimes you like this one. It's like a clear filament.
Yeah.
Then you can see in the print some places like a yellow part. That's like a partially burnt filament.
Yeah.
And you get a little bit of that sometimes. And usually the print's really nice, but you can get a little bit of stringing. So that's maybe the only difficulty. You have to,
you know, with the stringing, I have my hot air gun here.
yeah, yeah, that will take care of that.
Yeah. I mean, it's only 300 watt, yeah, but you know what? That 300 watt, that thing gets hot enough to melt PLA.
Yeah. Yeah, Ben, I have to show you. This is the portal gun I was showing off earlier. It's quite a piece. Then the X-Wing and Star Destroyer and TIE Fighter. Here I'm doing the A2S2 or ATST model. It goes here on top. So there's a lot of stuff going on.
There you go.
Just showing Ben.
Yeah, your desk is becoming more full by the second with models. Yeah, yeah. And I'm having the same problem. I mean, from the one from the one chest with the drawers that I had where my swords were on, I packed those up so that I could have the X-Wing and the Hornet on top of there to get my coffee table free again. And now I've got this model here that I'm printing right now from Rocket and Groot, and it looks like I'm going to have to put that one on the coffee table because there's no other place to put it.
Yeah. I was thinking that at some point I will take all the Star Wars models I'm doing and bring it to work and put it somewhere at work. Or maybe.
Yeah, but you might have to be careful there, Marteinn, because it could be that the next day when you come to work, something might be missing.
Yeah.
and you might find just an envelope there with some money in it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, but I got one guy at work interested in 3D printing, and he got a CR10, and he's doing a really big T-Rex model. It's like all the bones of the T-Rex, so it's a full body, and it's like 1.5 meter long skeleton. He's doing that. It's a crazy project, or I think a Raptor model. I'm gonna see if I find it on the Thingiverse.
The Raptor model. Yeah. Is that the one that has something like about 70 or 80 pieces where each rib is extra or something like that?
Yeah, it's rib on every bone in the model.
I have that model. Oh, and I'm scared for that day when I start printing it. That's going to be a lot of pieces. No, but that was really crazy, you know. I mean, just think, just a couple of days ago, I made that posting in Bad Bentheim Facebook group.
Yeah.
And there's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, yeah, that'll probably be coming by someday.
Yeah.
And send me a message. Hey, Don, where do you live exactly? And then I have to tell them exactly where I live and ask them, yeah, when do you want to come to see what I'm doing? You know?
Yeah, yeah. I'm hoping to get some interest in the people at work, because I brought these models that I did and painted, the bigger one, the Thanos models, and I did a video earlier on that on my channel, and I brought that to work, and I brought my landscapes some to work and showed people, and I've done several pieces to show off.
Yeah.
Trying to get people interested in 3D printing, and then we
Yeah.
can
I mean,
then I can have someone in real life to talk about 3D printing.
yeah. I mean, I already have, you know, that one good friend that lives here. Yeah. You know, that convinced me to move up here. I have that one good friend, and when he saw that I'm building a hypercube, his first question was, "Yeah, Don, how much would that cost if you make one for me too?"
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he wants a 3D printer, but I'm pretty sure, you know, his wife would probably kill him.
Yeah.
He spent money on RC models, you know,
Yeah.
model helicopters, and he just got a new model airplane already put together and ready to fly now. But weather is not that good right now, so he's going to have to wait a couple of months before we can go out and fly that one around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that can be expensive if you do models, airplanes models, and you crash them into a tree or something. They blow to pieces.
No, we have farmer's field.
Yeah.
That is on the edge. It's not maybe about 1.5 to 2 kilometers for me to drive with my electro scooter, but no problem at all. And they come right out there where the sport arena is, you know, for the foosball, and right behind there, there's 5 or 6 large acres. Let me just say acres. You know, it's more than 1 acre for each area, but they're all connected in another.
Yeah,
and, you know, we can fly there all day and all night. You know.
Yeah, so you don't have to crash into a tree.
No, the trees, the forest is not too far away, but I mean, you don't have to fly all the way over there just to get that thing hung up in a tree. You can stay over in this area where the air is free, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he did have one day he had a problem. He was flying his sail plane that he had.
Yeah.
The wind caught that thing and brought that thing way up in the air. At the same time, a helicopter from ADAC was flying by.
Oh my!
And you know what? I think that was only something like 10 meters apart from each other.
Yeah. Okay.
But when the helicopter flew by, that plane went down real fast.
Yeah.
From the air pressure from that helicopter, you know. So it was safe. I mean, he got good control over that sail plane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there wasn't no damage.
Yeah, I it's the same problem. I have a drone, like a GTA drone. I was flying on a mountainside, and then all of a sudden a helicopter came just by the corner of the mountain. My drone was above the helicopter, because the helicopter was flying just over the ground. Normally, the helicopters shouldn't be following the ground when they are flying. It's not illegal. It's illegal to do that on a helicopter. You have to, either you're landing or not, but you can't like fly really close to the ground over an area.
Yeah.
My drone was above the helicopter. Because if it were too close, it would be sucked into the helicopter blades.
Yeah.
And it would be his fault, because I have a, you know, there's a limit how high you can go with a drone.
Yeah.
I was respecting that, but he was not respecting the flight.
Was that a civilian helicopter, or was that a military helicopter?
Just a civilian, we have a lot of helicopter traffic flying with tourists just for sightseeing.
Okay.
Just a private company with some tourists.
Yeah, I mean, there is a minimum in height that a helicopter has to keep, but If it was a military one, then I would know what the reason was there that he was flying so deep, because he was training for that, you know.
Yeah. Like if it were a search and rescue helicopter or something like that, I would understand. But this is just a tourist company.
Ben is saying no one owns the air. Fact.
Yeah.
Unless you start talking to that Air Force general, he's going to tell you a different story.
Yeah. But like here in Iceland, we have a rules from the government on how high the drones can fly, so they don't interfere with the rules how low the air traffic can go. So there's a space in between, so everybody is safe, and people have to respect that, and that's reasonable rules for the both the drone guys and the flying guys.
And you also have areas where you're not allowed to fly at all, because that's closed area because of air traffic, you know, from airports like that. Yeah, we have that over here too. And we even have regulations right now that, for example, if you still have a helicopter or an airplane that is flying with a gas motor, you have to be 2 kilometers away from the city.
Yeah, because of the noise.
Because of the noise that it makes. And 1 kilometer away from the city if it's electric. Doesn't make any difference, at least 1 kilometer away from city limit. Yeah, but we go out there in those fields. I mean, okay, we're only about 500 meters away, but that doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, because it's not a city.
No. Well, it's considered a city where we're living, you know, but it's only 15,000, 16,000 people who live in here, you know.
Yeah.
A bigger town, I would say.
Yeah.
I did 2 days of intense ground school training to get my commercial drone pilot's license. Wow.
Yeah, okay.
Quite a bit about the things to do with this.
Yeah.
Wow, man. That's interesting. All the things that you're doing, man. I mean, Taekwondo, and then helicopter training, drone pilot, and 3D printing, and then a family. I do hope you have some time to sleep, Ben.
Yeah, it's good for now. I use my drones in my map making business, so I take aerial imagery of an area to create a 3D model and like a image, like a satellite image, just of a smaller area. So I use my drone for that.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying 1.5 years ago to try fly helicopters, and then I had to give that up because my hands were shaking all the time from the medications that I had. Yeah. Now my hands, they're getting quieter because medications are getting fewer that I have to take. But still, a couple of medications every once in a while, I do have, you know, like a nervous jerk or something like that.
Yeah.
So I had to give that up completely. But a buddy of mine is trying to talk me into flying drones.
Yeah, I was for quite some time. I was using like RC cars. I was racing with RC cars, both off-road and on-road cars. And I have problems in my hands with pain. And like for 5 minutes, like each round in the competition is 5 minutes, and you have to concentrate really hard when you're driving. The pain in my hands was so much I couldn't hold the remote for 5 minutes, focusing on the controls. And when I'm using like an Axon knife or some tools in my hands, and even when I'm just painting with the landscapes, I was painting on a stream, and after 1.5 hours of painting, and you're not using any force when you're painting, the pain in my hands was too much, so I had to quit. I have it's a real problem.
I just feel like those tendons spread too thin. I do have lots of things, well, but I wouldn't say I'm a true master of any of them. Yeah, well, I'm only a master in large format printing, offset printing, and then in sign making.
Yeah,
that's all jobs. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I do have my master titles for each one of those. Yeah,
yeah.
but that's a lot of schooling, and then a lot of years of work. And I mean, with 61, when I say I have 3 masters, I think you can believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If somebody was 25 and said he had 3 masters, I would say, show me them.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to earn them. It's not a not an easy thing.
No, it's not an easy thing, but yeah. Then I had to quit offset printing because of the 3-disc operation.
Yeah.
Clamped nerves. I couldn't walk anymore. I lost the motor control in both legs. And it took me about a year after the operation before I could walk again. You know, things like that, you know, and then have to find another job. And then I got into sign making, and then large format printing, and then, oh man. I have so many diplomas and everything from everything that I had to learn for one company. Company, the first year that I started working for them, I was more at school than I was at work.
Yeah.
But after that 1 year, you know, I was doing everything that they wanted for me to do, and that with an expert. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been going on now for 3 hours. So yeah, you jumped in a little bit late for the,
oh yeah, sorry about that, Martin, but
yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little bit tired, so
I understand that. I mean, it's almost 12 o'clock at night here, and I think you have the same.
Yeah, it's almost 11.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. You're one hour early.
Yeah. 1 hour later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think for now I'll end the stream. We have still 15 people watching, but I think we've gone through the topics and a lot of other topics as well. It's all good.
Yeah, so, but yeah, if anybody wants to contact me, I think Facebook. I think you have the links down below.
Yeah, I put the links in the video description.
You can contact me in Facebook, in my Discord, always. A lot easier to contact me in Discord.
Yeah.
A YouTube channel, that's the German 3D printing nerd. And in Twitter, well, I'm not too often Twitter. I don't really like Twitter at all. But yeah, I have to be there every once in a while.
Yeah, and I'm found on 3DP Iceland on YouTube and Twitter, and for me and Kat, the links are in the video description for all of us that was on the stream. So I just thank you guys for joining in on the chat and taking part. It was quite a long stream, but good fun. So bye guys.
Yeah, thank you all for being there. And a little side note, I'll be live tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll probably join at some point.
Oh, that would be nice, Martin, to have you there.
Yeah. See you guys.
Okay.